The Mets hammered the Pittsburgh Pirates yesterday, 11-7, in a slugfest at Citi Field that saw the home team pour it on early and never look back. Freddie Peralta collected the victory, working 5 innings with 7 strikeouts, though he surrendered 4 earned runs. Paul Skeens took a shellacking in defeat, lasting just 2/3 of an inning while coughing up 5 earned runs. For the Mets, Luis Robert Jr. swung a beautiful bat, going 2 for 4 with 2 runs batted in. Juan Soto added 2 hits and drove in a run, while Marcus Semien chipped in 2 knocks of his own. The Pirates didn't go quietly, mind you. Brandon Lowe belted 2 home runs, driving in 3, and Ryan O'Hearn launched 1 into the seats himself. But when your starting pitcher can't escape the first inning, friends, you're climbing a mountain made of molasses. The Mets made the Bucks pay dearly for that early collapse. The Brewers demolished the Chicago White Sox yesterday, 14-2, in a rout that had Milwaukee fans dancing in the aisles at American Family Field. Jacob Misiorowski was absolutely magnificent on the mound, spinning 5 innings of 1-run ball while fanning 11 White Sox batters. The young right-hander earns the victory and looked every bit a star in the making. Jake Bauers hammered a 3-run blast that sailed into the right field seats like a shot from a cannon, finishing 2 for 5 with 3 ribbies. Joey Ortiz collected 2 hits and drove in a pair himself, while Christian Yelich added 2 more knocks to the Milwaukee attack. Chicago's Shane Smith absorbed the loss, lasting just 1 2/3 innings while surrendering 3 earned runs. Chase Meadroth and Munetaka Murakami each launched solo home runs for the Southsiders, but those were mere firecrackers against Milwaukee's Thunder. When the Brewers swing the lumber like this, friends, nobody in baseball is safe. The Nationals hammered the Cubs yesterday 10-4 in a slugfest at Wrigley Field. Brad Lord picks up the victory in relief, tossing 2 1/3 innings of 1-run ball with a strikeout. Matthew Boyd absorbs the loss for Chicago, surrendering 6 earned runs across 3 2/3 innings, though he did fan 7 batters. Now, folks, Joey Wiemer was absolutely magnificent at the plate, 3 for 3 with a home run and a ribby, swinging the lumber like a man possessed. Brady House joined the long ball parade, going 2 for 5 with a round tripper and 2 runs batted in. Young Andres Chaparro chipped in 2 hits of his own. For the Cubs, Michael Busch stayed hot, collecting 3 hits in 4 trips, while Pete Crow Armstrong drove in a pair. When the Nationals pour it on like this, friends, there simply is not enough ivy on those walls to catch all those screaming line drives. The Orioles clipped the Minnesota Twins yesterday 2-1 in a pitching masterpiece at Camden Yards. Trevor Rogers was absolutely magnificent on that mound, friends. 7 innings of shutout baseball, scattering hits like autumn leaves, fanning 5 Twins along the way. That young man earned every bit of this victory. Ryan Helsley slammed the door in the 9th, striking out the side for the save. Adley Rutschman swung a hot bat for Baltimore, going 2 for 4 and keeping rallies alive. Blaze Alexander drove in the winning run with a clutch single that had the crowd roaring. Minnesota's Joe Ryan pitched his heart out. 5 1/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, not an earned run to his name. But Cody Funderburk took the loss when Baltimore struck in the late innings. Luke Keeschel provided the Twins' lone run batted in, but it simply was not enough. A pitcher's duel for the ages, decided by the thinnest of margins. The Red Sox blanked Cincinnati 3-0 yesterday, riding the magnificent left arm of Garrett Crochet. The young fireballer worked 6 innings of shutout ball, fanning 8 Reds batters while scattering harmless singles. Pierce Johnson absorbed the loss, surrendering the decisive run in the 7th on just 1/3 of an inning's work. But oh, friends, keep your eye on Roman Anthony. The Boston outfielder collected 3 hits in 4 trips to the plate, spraying line drives all across Great American Ballpark. Aroldis Chapman slammed the door for the save, and the Sox pitching staff combined for a masterful whitewash job. The Angels blanked the Astros yesterday 3-0 behind a masterful pitching performance in Houston. Jose Soriano was simply magnificent on that mound, spinning 6 shutout innings while fanning 7 Astros batters to earn the victory. Young A.J. Bluebaugh took the hard luck loss, surrendering just one earned run across 2 1/3 innings of relief work. And wouldn't you know it, Mike Trout provided all the thunder Los Angeles needed. The big fella launched a solo home run, driving in the game's only run batted in. The Angels staff combined for 9 innings of zeros, and Houston's bats went cold when it mattered most. The Tigers throttled the San Diego Padres yesterday 8-2 in a ball game that was never close. Tarek Skubal was simply masterful on the mound, spinning 6 shutout innings while fanning 6 Padre batters to claim the victory. Nick Pivetta took the loss for San Diego, surrendering 6 earned runs in just 3 innings of work. At the plate, young Dylan Dingler provided the thunder, smashing a home run and driving in 3 runs to pace the Detroit attack. The Tigers collected 12 hits on the afternoon, and Skubal's gem kept San Diego's bats silent when it mattered most. The Cardinals clawed their way past Tampa Bay 9-7 in a wild one at Busch Stadium yesterday. Riley O'Brien picks up the victory with an inning and a third of scoreless relief, while Garrett Cleavinger takes the loss after surrendering 2 earned runs in just a third of an inning. The big story for St. Louis was Alec Burleson, who went 3 for 4 with a home run and drove in 2 runs. Both clubs emptied their bullpens in this seesaw affair, but when the dust settled, the Redbirds had themselves a ball game to remember. The Phillies hammered the Rangers yesterday 5-3 behind a masterful performance from Christopher Sanchez. The young southpaw dazzled through 6 shutout innings, fanning 10 Texas batters while scattering hits like autumn leaves. Joan Duran slammed the door for the save in the city of brotherly love. The Dodgers hammered the Arizona Diamondbacks yesterday 8-2 behind a masterful performance from Yoshinobu Yamamoto. The Japanese right-hander worked 6 innings, fanning 6, while Will Smith and Andy Pages each launched home runs with 3 ribbies apiece to pace the attack. The Guardians stormed past the Mariners yesterday 6-4 as young Chase DeLauter launched 2 home runs and drove in a pair. Connor Brogdon picked up the victory in relief, and Cade Smith slammed the door with a save to seal it up in Seattle. Now let's take a peek at the leaderboards from the 2026 regular season. Well, friends, Rhys Hoskins is sitting pretty atop the hit parade with a perfect 1,000 average. Can't do better than that. Young Kevin McGonigal is collecting safeties like nobody's business with 4 knocks. And Dominic Canzone is launching round trippers, already at 2. And now the men on the mound in the 2026 regular season. Andrew Abbott is dealing absolute gems for Cincinnati, sporting a pristine 0.00 earned run average. Young Jacob Misiorowski is fanning everybody in sight, leading all hurlers with 11 punch-outs for Milwaukee. And Ryan Helsley is blowing fastballs by batters at a blistering 27 strikeouts per 9. And a quick look at the standings, friends. We're just 1 game into this young season, and already the AL East is tighter than a new glove. Baltimore, Boston, and New York all sitting pretty at 1-0. Over in the National League East, same story. Mets, Phillies, and Nationals deadlocked. What a pennant race this could be. Until tomorrow. And remember, a little effort today is tomorrow's highlight reel. Good day, everybody.